WordPress versus Shopify for SEO. In this video, I'm going to cover whether you should be using WordPress or Shopify if you are setting up a new e-commerce store and want to SEO it to actually rank on Google. So just before we get into the video, if you'd like me to coach you on how to SEO your e-commerce store for only $49 a month, go to learndominatemarketing.com. And if you'd like us to do the SEO for your e-com store with guaranteed results, go to dominatemarketing.io, book a call with us there. Right, so firstly, we'll go into Shopify pros and cons, and then we'll go into the WordPress pros and cons. So Shopify's pros include, it's very easy to get started. It takes care of all the SEO basics for you. A large percentage of the e-commerce stores that rank on Google are actually on Shopify, so it does work and it does actually rank. It's mobile responsive, it's fast loading, it's got automatic sitemaps, and it has lots of apps that you can use for additional features to help optimize things if the platform as it is doesn't allow you to do so. Now, there are a couple of cons when it comes to the Shopify platform for e-commerce. So firstly, it's got limited customization, which can be a problem if you're running a more complex site. You need to pay for monthly subscriptions to Shopify to keep it running, and you can't do more advanced SEO such as editing the URL format of the whole URL and things like that. So basically, Shopify is a beginner's platform to make it very easy to get your website or your e-commerce store online. However, it is limited in what it can do when it comes to more complex features, especially when it comes to SEO. Now, WordPress, on the other hand, does allow you to do a lot of customization and a lot of custom things. However, it's not as easy. So the pros of WordPress include being highly customizable. Literally everything can be changed on the platform. It's very SEO friendly. There are lots of tools and support available, lots of plugins, lots of developers working on it. Most sites on the internet are actually on WordPress, so that makes it obviously very good for having a lot of people looking at it and doing things on it. And it's also free, so you don't actually have to pay for WordPress. You can just get it, you can install it and run it on your hosting, and you don't have to pay a monthly fee. Now, there are cons when it comes to WordPress, so it's far more complicated to set up than Shopify, especially if you're trying to use an e-commerce store like WooCommerce, WordPress, or something like that. It's going to be a lot harder to set up than Shopify. Now, that's not meaning that you can't set it up, it's just that it's going to be a lot harder. Now, WordPress was originally a blogging platform, so it's not exactly designed as an e-commerce system, and you can see this come through sometimes where some things don't quite work as smoothly as they should, let's say, integrating things into the e-commerce stuff. So this has largely been resolved lately, especially, but you can still sometimes see instances where it's not quite there yet. It requires the use of plugins to be able to do almost anything, so you have to rely on a lot of third-party software and people actually sustaining that software for it to actually work. And a lot of times what can happen is plugins can drop off or they don't get any support anymore, and next thing you know, you were relying on that plugin and now you've got a problem. So that can happen and it's something you should be aware of. It also requires ongoing maintenance with constant WordPress updates, which are consistently, I wouldn't necessarily say an issue, but it's consistently a thing that keeps happening. You see WordPress updates all the time, and they can often break your website as well if it's not set up 100% correctly. So you need to be aware of that. It does require ongoing maintenance. If it's not optimized correctly, you can face issues with loading speed. So it's very easy to bloat a WordPress site and just be very slow to load, and that will impact your SEO as well as your conversion rates. So you need to be aware of that. And overall, it's just not that easy for beginners to start with and get their store online. So which one should you use, Shopify or SEO? So to put it simply, for most use cases, especially if you're just starting out, you should just go with Shopify. It will save you a ton of headache. You'll be able to easily get your store online. You basically won't face any issues, and overall, it's actually quite cheap. It's only like $30 a month or something. So, and the first 3 months are about $1 anyway. So it's very easy. It's relatively cheap. You should just do it. It will save you a lot of headache. WordPress, however, is good if you have very specific requirements or a very large complex site and you need control of everything to customize things the way you need them. So if you have any specific use case or something like that, you might need to use WordPress. So that would be the instance I would recommend that. So that's basically it. If you're a beginner, just start with Shopify, be done with it, and don't overcomplicate the situation. So hope you guys enjoyed that one. I'll catch you on the next one.